So normally when I'm doing my research to figure out what I want to present to you guys on my Wednesdays and Fridays videos here on the Digits platform, I do either one of the three things. I talk about some upcoming mints, I talk about some secondary swing trades in the market, or I talk about major highlights that are happening in crypto Twitter because there's always drama going on Solana NFTs. Well, today I got all three. We're going to be talking about major highlights that are happening because there's nonstop drama that's happening on Twitter in regards to royalties, Magic Eden, all these things. We're going to talk about all of that. At the same time, we're going to talk about these upcoming mints, these two projects in particular that I feel like have a major chance of doing at least a 2 to a 5x after mint. And then there's also these secondary flips that are happening right now, these potential big swing trades that are happening because all-time volume that we just saw recently because of the post-Utes mint magnitude, just because of that craziness, things are starting to slow down. And because of that slowdown, there's major opportunities right now that I'm looking in the market. We'll talk about 4, maybe 5 projects that I'm looking to potentially snipe up before max volume comes back into the market. Guys, we got all three things. We're talking about highlights. We're talking about mints. We're talking about secondary flips. I'm Kevin Machi here on the Digits platform. Wednesdays and Fridays, we talk all that is Solana NFTs. Well, we're not here for a long time, but we're here for an absolutely good time, talking Machinomics, bringing you the alpha. Follow me on Twitter at @HaveYouMetMachi if you haven't already. Like, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and let's get into the video. So like I just mentioned in that beautiful introduction, if I do say so myself, we got a lot of things to talk about, a lot of tabs to go over, and first things first, it's a crazy bloody red day today, and that's because CPI data was released, and it looks like it was higher than what was expected. So because of that, all across the board, equities and cryptocurrencies and NFTs, we all took a major dip. Now, when we look at NFTs in particular in Solana, even though the USD volume here over in Solana floor, pink line shows the blue chip index for USD value, and the green line is just the SOL value. Even though the USD price tanked, just like we saw in the picture here, complete red all across, the Solana floor continued to maintain its same level, which is always good to see. Now, volume-wise, again, this was when Utes was really popping. This is when Frankie D. Gods, the whole the Gods family, Utes mint was going on. We're seeing Wayne Rooney and figures like that jumping into the crypto space. So we saw max volume here since a long time. Now, since then, things were slowly decreasing. And now we're slowly leveling off here. This is a great opportunity for me. I love seeing this. Now that we're seeing the volume slowly decrease again, it's getting my attention. I'm getting geared up and ready to make some big entries. Now, because of that, that's why I want to talk about these secondary flips and these upcoming mints. First thing on the docket that we're going to see a lot today on Solana's popular collections is going to be the GMers NFT. Now, it's got some great art, but most importantly, it's going to be led by Asa Trades, who's a big-time Solana NFT influencer on Twitter. 12.8 thousand followers. He's a big voice. A lot of people are following him. He knows what he's doing. He's a Gods holder also. So it's someone definitely that I have a lot of respect for. Now, is he going to do very well with this project? Now, this project's very interesting. One, it's got a 50,000 supply, a very, very high supply. So with that, there comes a lot of risk. Now, a great part about this was it was a free mint on Solana. Free mint is the new meta, and I'm very bullish on things like that because it gives an opportunity for a lot of flipping to occur. Now, me personally, I can see this collection at least reaching a 1 or maybe a 2 Solana floor. Reason why I'm somewhat bearish on it, though, is because the collection is just going to be so high. At 50,000, there's going to be a lot of people trying to undercut this. A lot of people are going to enter it not knowing what to do. They're going to taste some FUD, and they're going to immediately undercut the price. But I can see this at least reaching a 1 Solana floor at the very least. So what my plan is to accumulate a few of these. I can see a 2x or maybe even a 3x here. Asa Trades and a lot of other influencers are most likely going to enter this project, rave about it, bring up the floor to at least 1 SOL. At least that's my bull case theory here. So here's a major topic that we're going to be getting into shortly. As we're looking at creator royalties right now, it's at 6.9%, which is somewhat fair, but Magic Eden is still charging their transaction fee of 2%. Keep these numbers in mind because they're going to be relevant. Now, before we talk about royalties, I do want to say the art in this is very memeable. I can see potential profile pictures changing into this. As a matter of fact, we're already seeing a lot of that happening over on crypto Twitter. It's got vibes similar to HGE.Sol and his ABC collection. So there's a potential chance over here. So let's talk about one of the most biggest discussions that's currently going on in crypto Twitter, and that's going to be creator royalties. Now, if you haven't watched my previous videos, let me catch you up to speed here because there's a lot to cover. So you have marketplaces like Ya, and then you also have marketplaces like Magic Eden, both trading Solana NFTs. Now, the major difference is that Ya, the marketplace Ya, YAWWW.io, they allow the ability for these traders to set the range of royalties that they want to give to the creators. Now, game theory suggests that everyone's going to do what's best for them. And because of that, most trades that happen off the chain give 0% to the creators. So 0% creator royalties. Now, that's a problem in the long term. A lot of people have been saying, because now there's no incentive for these creators to make these projects, because now there's no revenue that they're seeking. Because royalties is one source of their revenue for these major projects that we love and adore. Magic Eden, on the other hand, has been noticing all of this, has been seeing some volume from their marketplace go to these off-the-chain marketplaces, and has been worried because potentially that's their business model. Now competition is stiffening up. So with that, Magic Eden partnered up with MetaShield and figured out a way for these off-the-chain projects to be penalized because they're not essentially giving out royalties due to the creators. At least that's what their headline is. So to quote Magic Eden, they say royalties are an important revenue stream that supports creators and enables them to grow their projects. These royalties are being threatened by marketplaces allowing collectors to set custom royalties. So essentially everything we just talked about. Now the big problem though, the big problem here is not necessarily which one is correct, because they both have a place in the market. But the big thing here is with this partnership, Magic Eden is saying they're going to penalize these individuals who trade off the market by allowing these collectors to essentially fade out the picture of the NFT, or blur it in a way, or mark it in some kind of a way that signifies, that highlights that this NFT did not pay its royalties to its creators. A lot of people took offense to this. A lot of people took offense to this for a major reason. This is Web 3.0. NFTs are supposed to be a freedom, if you will, for us investors. It's supposed to be away from centralization. It's supposed to be a decentralized platform where these things that we purchase, these NFTs, are supposed to be our NFTs and our choice. We, the owners, are supposed to have say on what we want to do with them after we purchase them. It should be our prerogative on what happens to it. Magic Eden saying, now we have the ability to blur out your image, blur out the image that you purchased, even if you're trading it off the chain. Now, it's not going to be forced upon, of course. This has to be decided by the collectors of the NFT project. So there's still a lot of discussion on whether this is correct or not. Nonetheless, it's a major talking point that's happening right now on crypto Twitter. Everybody and their mother is chiming in and saying how they feel about this. A major pioneer when it comes down to all of this is HGE.Sol. Not only is his major collection of ABC doing great, not only is he doing big things when it comes down to Hades Swap, but he's also creating a dialogue that's really showing a different side to all of this. In his point of view, and I'm paraphrasing here, in his point of view, it seems like what he's saying, HGE.Sol, and what his problem with all of this is that Magic Eden, the biggest marketplace for Solana NFTs, that Magic Eden is doing all of this not because of the good of the creators and the royalties, but because they're starting to see volume drift away from their marketplace into these other off-the-chain marketplaces. And because their volume's decreasing, now that 2% transaction fee that they get per trade, that revenue stream is starting to decrease, which started to make everybody think, wait a minute, a 2% transaction fee per trade that's on Magic Eden goes to the company. Now, what HGC.Sol looked into was that The total market cap of these NFTs was listed right here at $1 billion. And essentially, 2% of that has been sent to Magic Eden. Big argument now, and a sort of shift of tides, is that Magic Eden, well, a lot of people are saying on crypto Twitter, Magic Eden, if you care so much about creators and NFTs and traders and the whole ecosystem, then you would at least decrease your 2% fee to 0.5% or something lower. Magic Eden's now thinking about what they just said, what kind of dialogue and narrative they're bringing out to crypto Twitter. A lot of sides being decided, a lot of discussions, a lot of narratives, a lot that's going on here. This isn't going to end anytime soon. If anything, things are just going to get more and more interesting. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to read all this, digest it all, and give it to you guys every Wednesday and Friday video. Now, furthermore, Soulport Tom also chimes in saying, damn, Visa just blurred out the numbers on my credit card because I paid for my groceries with cash. Clearly, talking about what we just discussed. King Fudd, another major influencer on Solana Twitter, decides to be a martyr over here and blurs out his image, showing a stance that he does not stand for these blurring of images that Magic Eden is trying to do to our NFTs. Now, guys, that's the major highlights for today. Of course, like I just said, I will keep you up to all of this because it's happening real time and it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. But we have tons to talk about. So I want to quickly just talk about 4 products that I'm looking to get into. One of them is going to be Vandals because obviously they're doing major things. The creators are doing more and more bullish announcements. The art upgrades happening very soon. The community is growing by the second. So super bullish on these guys. And as the floor price is decreasing, I'm honestly looking for an entry point of sub 15 SOL. But one of these floor prices, one of these support levels, and I would be happy to be part of this community. Soul Gods, an OG of the space, a metaphysical art, something that you can never fade, something that Frankie D Gods is a major fan of. And now that there's some more bullish news going on about it, I am looking for an entry point. At the very least, 16.6 SOL. I can see this potentially doing 30, 40, 50 SOL in the near future, especially if there's a major narrative behind it. Next on the list, Blocksmith Labs. I mean, I've been talking about this time and time again. If you don't know why I'm bullish on it, check out my other videos. But now that I'm seeing a little bit of a dip here, I'm hoping to see this go to at least 90 SOL. Anything above 90 is still going to be too high for me. The art upgrade is the major narrative right now. I think post art upgrade, we're going to see a dip. So I'm looking to get into it, hopefully around 80 SOL, 84 to 90 SOL, somewhere there. Forge token's doing great. Art upgrade is going to be bullish. The projects and the utility that they're bringing out into the ecosystem is unreal. Mercury, Project Shift. If you watch my videos, I mean, I talk about it all the time. Another project that we talk about all the time is going to be the Gods. Now, I know the floor price on this is most likely out of a lot of people's price range, but the reason why I'm bringing this up so much is because I am super bullish on not only the Gods being the leading NFT on Solana, but I honestly, and this could be a fairy tale dream here, I see this flipping Bored Ape Yacht Club by the end of the year. I just want to come out and say that right now. I see the Gods flipping Bored Ape Yacht Club by the end of this year. What Utes is doing, what Frankie D Gods is doing, what Dust Labs is doing, there's so much bullishness going on in this whole ecosystem. And you have more and more Ethereum individuals loving this collection, obviously bullish on Frank, the Gods, Dust Labs, the whole nine. You have Ghost93 over here, rocking a mutant ape, saying strategy sesh, epic phone call, empire building, fate assured. Talking with Frankie D Gods over here for an hour and 30 minutes. Complete bullishness. I mean, if you've been watching my show, you know I'm bullish on D Gods, rocking my D Gods here. Over on my Twitter, at Machi. Definitely follow me if you haven't already. What I have been doing, because I own a D Gods, I own a Utes, I have been finding more and more entry points over for Dust Labs. I'm bullish on Dust. The chart looks fantastic. And I've been, disregard this image, I've been accumulating more and more dust because the prices are so juicy right now. We're seeing a great support level right now when I look at the technicals on Dust Labs. But we got a lot to talk about. So that's my spiel right there on these secondary mints, these highlights. But an upcoming mint is coming up very shortly that I'm super bullish on, and that's going to be your Flamboyant Panthers. Reason being is a couple of things. Number one, a 10,000 collection NFT rollout. I like those sizes. Mint price is fairly valued at 0.099 Sol mint. Great opportunity for some flipping going on. And then when you look at the art over on its Discord, let me pull it up right here. Looking at the art, absolutely bullish. These sneak peeks are amazing. It's exactly what Solana NFT traders love. They love these images of colors, high contrast. It's got trippin' ape tribe vibes. It's got AI degens vibes. It's got a whole bunch of different artsy mixed in together. Things that Solana NFT traders love to see. And at a mint price of 0.09, major opportunity. I can see this at the very least hitting a 3 Sol floor. So an easy 3x right there in my opinion. And I don't want to leave it on that because there's still one more major announcement that I have to say here. And this could be a leaking of a news. I don't even know if I have permission to say this. But nonetheless, we're going to give you everything that we know because that's what we do in this channel. Guys, if you don't know already, these NFT videos that I make on Wednesdays and Fridays about Solana NFTs, they are on the Digits platform, the Digits ecosystem. This is a Digits NFT YouTube channel. Now, if you don't know about the Digits NFTs, check out my last videos because we go over it frequently. The TLDR is that if you're bullish on crypto gaming, if you're bullish on gaming launchpads, if you're bullish on the metaverse or play to earn games, and these opportunities that's going to be happening down the road, especially when we see mass adoption, especially when we see Metcalfe's law kicking in, if you're bullish on that narrative, then the Digits NFT ecosystem is where you want to be. It's a major collection centered around all of that, where the community is centered around all of that as well. And we always are talking about everything that is crypto gaming and NFT gaming related over on the Discord. So definitely check that out in the description down below. But guys, breaking news over here. I want to show you the Discord and what announcement was recently sent on the Digits platform. You have the founder, Colin, bringing out major news saying a mint date announcement is going to be heard tomorrow at 11 a.m. And that's going to be Thursday. So this video is going to come out Wednesday, obviously. And so Thursday, 11 a.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time, we will finally get an announcement on what the mint date's going to be. Major news, huge things happening in this ecosystem. Super bullish on it. That's my full spiel right there, guys. As you know, we talk everything that is Solana NFTs here on Wednesdays and Fridays. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything when I come up here, present myself in this beautiful hat and gorgeous face. Machinomics, not here for a long time, but here for a very good time. Thank you so much and take care.